Hi guys, it's me, GNB Cosplay, also known as Ginger. I just wanted to make another random video about talking about kind of my random, strange, and funny stories involving me and cosplay and out and about places. So the first one that comes to mind is actually wearing my Sexy no Jutsu Ambu Kakashi cosplay, which I made back in 2008 to wear to Anime Expo 2009. The first story that comes to mind is actually I was in Little Tokyo. A friend of mine had invited me to come to a party, but that involved hanging out in Little Tokyo and cosplaying, but apparently I guess the party was actually the next week. But we brought our cosplays anyway, and since we were in Little Tokyo, we decided to, you know, just wear our costumes. So, first of all, I didn't know that in Little Tokyo that you have to have a key to the bathroom. Like, I had no idea about that. Like, and so we were going to change cosplay, so he got the key to the bathroom, and I was all like, oh, well, you need to get a key to the bathroom from like random stores, and just like, you know, I don't know, like I thought it was, since it was a public place, you just whatever, but I didn't know. So apparently you had to do that. So by the time we find the bathrooms, I was like, oh, well, I don't really feel like going all the way back to get a key. So me, stupidly, was like, oh, well, does the men's key open the women's restroom? Yeah, I know how stupid it is. But, and of course it didn't. So I was just like, so he looked in the bathroom and he's like, well, we could take turns or whatever. But there was a stall in the bathroom. There was a stall for like the toilet, and then like the urinal was outside. Yeah, so I know this because I actually was, yeah. Alright, so I was just like, okay, well, I'll just change in the stall, and then you just change outside, so then it's fine. So, you know, yeah, so stupid. So I go in, I start changing, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden, the door opens up, and someone comes in. And so my friend, his name is Laser, he was just like, he just, you know, said hi to the guy, guy's like, hello. You know, Laser's in there dressing as, you know, Kakashi. So he sees him getting ready, and he's just kind of standing there like, okay. So he probably saw my feet, you know. But I saw this guy, and then, like, I was looking through the stall, and he wasn't moving. Like, he wasn't, like, you know, doing his business and leaving. He was just standing there. So I'm like, great. Now I get, you know, he probably has to use the toilet or something, and I'm just, like, freaking out. So I finished getting ready, and then I just bust out of the stall. And run through and just say, oh, I was never in here, and run outside, and I'm just like freaking out. And so then afterwards, you know, after the guy whatever left, and then I asked Laser, I'm like, did he say anything? He just said like, oh, well, you guys take your time, don't get all weirded out because I'm here, or something. Like, I guess he thought like, you know, we were doing something like dirty or something, I don't know. But it was very, yeah, it was very funny. So that's one experience. Okay, so same day, driving back, because everybody knows, so Little Tokyo is in LA. I live in Santa Clarita, so it's, you know, it's pretty far. It's like 40 minutes north with no traffic. So I'm driving back, and traffic is really slow, and I'm kind of like, I'm talking to my friend on the phone, which you're not supposed to do in California, and I was just like, okay, well, you know, like, traffic's really slow, and, like, I don't know what's going on. Then I saw the police lights up ahead. So I'm like, oh, okay, there's probably an accident or something. That's why it's taking so long. I mean, it's 11:30 at night. You know, I mean, it was a Saturday, but I'm like, I'm in downtown LA. I'm not in Hollywood. Why is this taking so long? So then I pass a sign that says, sobriety checkpoint. Now, mind you, I did not change clothes. I was still in my Sexy no Jutsu Ambu Kakashi. Wig and all, yes, I was still in it. If you actually, you can look on my page and see what it looks like. So I was freaking out. I hung up on my friend. I was like, I gotta go. This is the sobriety checkpoint. I gotta go. Because, you know, I can't be on the phone. You know, cops can pull me over. I can't be on the phone. So I go to the checkpoint, and I see people, you know, some cops waving the people through, and then some of them asking to stop over. So I'm like, oh, please, God, please let me just get waved through. But of course not. Okay, he lets the two cars in front of me just wave through, and then he told me to pull over. So I pull over. The cop comes up to my car, shines a flashlight in my car, at my outfit, right, because I had to roll down the window, of course. And I was just like, hello. And he said to me, so, where are you going dressed like this? And so I started saying really fast because I'm like totally like embarrassed and nervous because it's like explaining this to a cop that probably thinks I'm like high or on drugs or drunk or prostitute or something. I don't know. So I'm sitting there trying to explain to him, oh, it was just like, we were just going to a birthday party in Little Tokyo, and we were all dressed in like little ninjas from Naruto, and you know, and he's just like, oh, so does everyone dress like you? Like, dress like this? Like, shining the flashlight on what I have on? I'm like, no, I'm like the female version of a male character. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to explain this to the cop. And I was like, no, there's male character and there's female, and we're just... It was just fun. And so he takes my license and he's just like, oh, okay, so you're coming from Santa Clarita? I'm like, yes. Santa Clarita? Yes. Santa Clarita? Yes, that's where I live. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's like, I just go to Little Tokyo. It's only 11:30 at night. I mean, whatever. So he said, okay, have a nice day. I'm like, okay, thank you. Yeah, so Kakashi totally stopped for a sobriety test. Good thing they didn't ask me to get out. That would have been really weird. I mean, I was seriously in my full-on cosplay, ninja shoes and all. So another story at AX in 2010 because I finished this costume, but my heel broke off my shoes, which I ended up returning, and got my money back. So I didn't want to wear this again because I didn't have any other shoes to wear but my ninja shoes and these like little black flats. It just doesn't match this outfit. So, and I hadn't finished my Minda cosplay yet either. So I brought Sexy no Jutsu Kakashi just in case, and I wore it on Friday. And my friend had to go to work, so she left early. And then I came back, and I was there at AX for a long time. Like, I'm not usually there for long if like I'm by myself, but for some reason I was there for a long time. And I don't know, it was with cops in this outfit. But me and my friend Amanda walked past these group of cops, and I knew they were staring me down, so I was deliberately trying to talk like really fast and like talk to her like I don't notice this is going on. So we walked past, and then she turns to me and she says, Ginger, did you realize that those cops were totally staring you down? I'm like, I know, that's why I was just trying to ignore it. I don't know what's with cops in this outfit. So then I'm walking back to my hotel because I'm not in one of the hotels that are on the block where the shuttle goes through. I'm like down the street another 10 minutes. So I'm walking down, I think it's Figueroa or something, and so this one guy, he gives me some card talking about he's some DJ promoter at some club or something. He's like, hey, you go to clubs a lot? Here's my card, contact me. I'm like, okay, whatever. And so I keep going. And then I meet these three ladies at a bus stop. And they're just like, oh, you look so cute. Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. And I'm like, okay, it's really weird. Because they looked really, really toe up. But it's like, okay. And so then I'm like, literally with a block of my hotel. And so there's this woman in front of me that's like dragging this cart of flowers, right? She's an older woman. And there's like a liquor store in the corner. I mean, it's LA, there's liquor stores everywhere. So there's a liquor store, and then like there's my hotel. So I see this guy leaning against the wall of the liquor store. And he looks at me, and then he comes like off the wall, and he's just like, excuse me, can I ask you something? And it's stupid me. I'm just like, no, and I start booking it, right? Because I mean, I'm alone. There's like nobody on this street, but this like little old woman carrying this cart of flowers. Like nobody's gonna protect me, right? So I'm so stupid. I know. So I get into, so I run into the hotel, run into the lobby. I'm like, oh please, let there nobody be like by the elevators because like I'm here out of breath and like trying to. Yeah. So of course I go. I'm the only cosplayer in there at the moment. There's like 5, 6 people, you know, ranging from age like 30 to 50, like waiting to get on the elevator. I'm the only cosplayer that gets on the elevator. And we're going up the elevator. You know, of course I'm like on the 10th floor, everybody else getting off, you know, below me. So I'm like on this elevator for a long time. And they're just like staring me down the elevator. And this one guy, I guess he saw me and my friend leave in the morning. He's like, oh, did you have fun today? And I'm like, oh yeah, I did. And I'm sitting here trying to not breathe so hard, even though I really am. Yeah, that was funny. Okay, so Minda costume that I wore to AX last year. So that costume, you know, I was painting to like 3, 4 a.m. in my hotel room because I hadn't finished and I had to pick the cloak. So we leave the next morning, we go, okay, my face is painted white, you know, I got orange hair, you know, purple is the whole nine. Like I have all her makeup on, right? So we're going down the street and I think my friend was Suichi, and these cops like pull up beside us. I don't know what's mean cops, and they're just like, hey, what's going on? Like, you guys look cool. Like, what's going on? Like, you know, and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, they're gonna like tell us to get on the hood and like spread them. I don't know. So that, I mean, that was fine. And then we okay, anyway, so then we see him again because we're walking, and I guess they're just, you know, doing their rounds around the street. So we're walking, you know, to AX, the convention center, and then they come back again, and they're like, hey guys, stop following us, and like keep driving. We're like, okay. So I wore the same costume to San Diego Comic-Con, and it was really weird because a lot of people, I guess, were like afraid of me because they would want to they see me from the back and they would tap me on the shoulder and take the picture, right? So when I turn around, they would just kind of be like, oh, wow, okay. And they just give me like weird looks, even when I went to the ladies' room and like trying to fix my makeup because, you know, kind of, you know, it runs after a while. So I was trying to fix it in the bathroom, and the girls were just kind of staring at me like, what is that? Like, they didn't ask me, they just staring at me, kind of weird. So then, and even little kids were really afraid of me. Like, at one point I said to this woman, I'm like, I'm sorry, I think your children are afraid of me. And yeah, this person next to me that was happened to be standing next to me started like laughing. But, and the weirdest part was this one guy, he said to me, he said, oh, so where are you from? And I was like, oh, Legend of Zelda. And he was just like, oh. And I was like, yeah, it's a video. And I was like, yeah, it's a video game. And he's like, oh, is it a popular game? Now, mind you, this guy looked like he was about in his 20s. So I'm kind of like, I mean, I didn't want to get into it with him because, you know, I mean, I understand like not a lot of people, you know about video game stuff. Maybe he's not a video game person, but you know, even though like I'm a total like Nintendo fanatic and Nintendo girl, like I still know what Halo is. Like I don't know, I still know what Black Ops is. I don't know. It's kind of weird that he's just like, is it a popular game? I just want to say, no, it's not. It's only been out since like, you know, since, you know, like the 90s, like, you know, since Nintendo was like the only system. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, I didn't get into it. It's fine.